But you know, when you love golf, that's what you're gonna talk about. I honestly don't get it. I don't understand all the leaders playing golf thing. Like, are you not allowed to be president unless you play golf? It seems to be the case. Obama probably spent most of his presidency on the golf course instead of in the White House. And, I don't know that I've ever seen Biden on a golf course, or doing anything other than shuffling around. Like, if God wants us to respect Joe Biden, like, like, this is the way the Bible works, you know. It says respect your authorities and pray for them, because they are the ones whom God has given right to rule. And it's like, okay, God put Biden in office, which he did. Then he did it to judge us, because we need to repent. That's how it is. Like Ozzy Osbourne, he looks at the face of death and laughs. It's true. Those hard rockers, after they get beyond 27, they live forever. I guess so. I guess so. He can't. He would lose the ball, Charles. He would think the cloud fell. Oh. He would. I mean, like, what is his range of motion? Is he able to swing a golf club? I wonder. He can barely walk. Can't try to bike without falling down. Oh. There is more stuff down there. Have I been down there? Yes, I have. Okay, so that's not a big deal. But we are on a new plateau of the world that we have never been on before. I don't need to kill these things. We're past that now. What the? Oh, flies. Good governed land rejoices, but woe for the badly governed. True. And I think the fact that Trump may indeed win is proof of a repentant nature of the country, and that God is hearing our prayers, because... Oh! Well, I'm down here now. Yeah, I've been down there. Oh, maybe there's an item down there. Geronimo! It was a bit late, but I said it. Bro, I'm sorry, but one more thing. If you wouldn't be able to go past one home before Joe starts, wandering off to the clubhouse for some ice cream. Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm done. It's true. Like, does he know and is just arguing his point because he wants to keep power? Or does he not know and think he's doing just fine because the dementia is so strong? Nobody could tell. Either way, there is no difference. That is the sad thing. Might be using as a puppet. I mean, there have been, right? He's a dead... Oh, no kidding! I'm not dying there again. Oh. They have been using him as a puppet. Like a dead body they've been piloting. But there's only so much they can do, as he still has his own free will and dementia, which is harder to pilot. If it were just a dead body with a computer chip in it they could control, that would be easier. Because the thing is, they never could have... The Democratic Party has not found a good person to put into office. Put into the race. None of the people they have running would get into office by popular vote. Anyway. Which, you know, if Biden gets in a second term, then that will show that the votes do not count. And that there is just corruption on every level, and that We are being governed by an authoritarian government which gerrymanders and does everything their own way without consent of anyone. But I do not believe that that is the case. I am more optimistic, and I believe every vote does count. So, Donald Trump will probably get in. I said that last time because, wow, Joe Biden, I could never have imagined him winning anything after Obama's time in office. But here we are. Chinese economy seems to be collapsing. Banks are closing their doors and people are losing money galore. It is terrible to see. It is terrible to see, but it is what they chose. It's what the government chose to do. You have the CCP in governance. This is what happens. You have communists, socialists. This is what you get. And of course, that's a lot of not the fault of common people, but a lot of the common people have been hornswoggled out of what they used to own and actually end up supporting the CCP. It's like the Genshin Impact creator. He was not part of the CCP when he first created Genshin Impact. But when he put out a bunny girl costume, and all of the fans and all of the CCP people were like, "This is lewd, this is too much, you guys are, censor this, we need to censor this, we need to censor this." There was such a problem that people were sending him hate mail from the CCP, and like, "Hey, join the CCP and we'll make everyone back off." And so he did. And now, Genshin Impact's money goes to the CCP. Which is, I'm very sad about, because I love Genshin. As grindy and controversially monetized as it is, I used to love that game. And now that there's the whole Hoyo-verse and Wuthering Waves and all of that stuff coming out, like, man, I wish they weren't part of the CCP, else I could play them. I don't want to support something by streaming it that I don't agree with. So I don't, and I never will, play anything that Hoyoverse owns. Out of principle. Because I don't want my country to turn into what's happening to China right now. Oh! And that's one of the ways... It's one of the ways it starts. Is just by giving in little bits here and there. Devs giving in to the CCP in the gaming industry. Politicians giving in the political realm. Construction, for a long time, has belonged solely to the CCP. Governance, etc. Education. Rough, man. Rough. Pray that the Lord delivers people under the boot heel of communist regime in China and be saved out of it. In Jesus' name, God help them. Must be terrifying living there right now. Why are there so many tombstones here? Is there a difference? Oh, one goes down far and the other goes down further. Ho ho. Okay. Dark Loren. I've got to ban a bot. Gotta bop a bot. Bopped. Be gone, Satan. Okay, we can just drop. Okay. Made it. Round rock. Around the rock, the rugged rascal ran. The more I pay attention to entertainment, YouTubing, streamers, the less I understand why people try to ignore politics. Like, I get it. Some people just want entertainment, like politics-free, stress-free entertainment. That's fine and all, but I feel like there's just such shallowness in streams like that. can't really get to know anyone if you're just holding the line of never saying anything that you believe about religion or politics. I would rather be able to find people I actually agree with on most things and enjoy them, make friends with them, than just spend hundreds of hours frittering away, making jokes and trying their best to avoid those topics. Because that's what I've tried to do. My favorite VTuber used to be Nino Mai Inanis. And I still love her, but she never talks about anything in terms of world events. She's an artist, and she speaks mostly on art and Nintendo games. And that's about it. That is literally all she ever talks about. Nintendo, Capcom, Monster Hunter, Devil May Cry. She does play Elden Ring, so I enjoy her playing Elden Ring, but it's so shallow what she talks about. She never really gets into anything, and I can tell that there is something that she's holding off on. Like, all the time. She's keeping her real thoughts distant. And it's like, I don't want that. So, who I've actually been watching more so is Pipkin Pippa. And, she lets it all hang out there. Like, her... She's hilarious and all, and very entertaining. But her whole shtick is being honest. To a fault. And I love that. I much prefer honesty, and turns out I'm much closer to an anarcho-capitalist than I am anything else, and that's what she is. Just straight up. Like, everyone should do what they feel is right to make money and make themselves happy, and try not to hurt anyone else in the process. And that leads to a lot of very specific political views, where you have to support capitalism. And guess what capitalism is based on? Conservatism. Guess what conservatism is based on? Christianity. So it's like, you don't get the one without the other, you know? So she's intensely against communism, but she never says she is. She still tries to be politic, if that makes sense, to be polite. But she's so much more honest than every other VTuber that I've heard of. She doesn't shy away from those topics, and I appreciate that. You missed the fun, did you? Though that there is more fun to be had, my friend. More fun to be had. Not much more, as it's nearly the end of the stream, but we are about to do another boss fight, so in we get. Who is it? Rakshasa? That sounds like, a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Oh. Or a Pokemon card. Dang, need to eat food. Must eat food. Nice armor. Oh, I've seen this armor before. I was wondering where people got it. I love these rooms because it's just, you know, at the end of it, you're just going to get everything they're wearing and using. Like, that's awesome. I think we've read about Rakshasa, and it's okay. Oh. Oh my gosh. It's a good combo. I may die. Holy mamacita. He hopped over it. What a nice hop. Oh, he has good poise too. Must be pretty good armor. Does bleed. Get wrecked. Armor of Solitude for the win! Can't believe they put such good armor and weapons at the beginning of the game like this. Rakshasa's Great Katana? Rakshasa Helm Armor. Yes, it's probably not as good, but looks cool. Charles wins again! Huzzah! Teo used to be an ANCAP. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. I'm used to be Teo. No, no longer. Like, obviously, anarcho-capitalism leaves behind the, you know, like, trying to be compassionate or being selfish, obviously, like, as a moral good. And I don't see that being true, being good. Yeah, it has some blind spots, yes. Definitely. But hey, not as bad as being outright blaming extremist leftist. What the heck am I looking at? Is that a giant boar, or what? I don't know. Let's look at that armor. I'll wear it. If the shoe fits, if the helmet fits. Helm of Rakshasa, soaked in the spurting blood of her victims. Tatters of ragged cloth just jut out haphazardly, as if her lust for carnage threatens to break free. Increases damage dealt to foes, but greatly increases damage taken by the wearer. Oh, oh, ho, ho. I see. Cut down, and devour. Only those who repeat the cycle without rest can truly subvert the self and become Rakshasa. That's a whole build. That is a whole build in and of itself. Even the frames in the menu die sometimes. What the heck? Not Rayquaza, it's Rakshasa. Huzzah, Mr. Bonds, huzzah! But yeah, I'd appreciate, like, any libertarian or anarcho-capitalist over someone who refuses to speak about politics. Is that just red hair? That's really cool. The very basic knight set, which is... basic knight sets are really cool. But, they add a lot of schmutz and red stuff to it. High damage, high reward? Is it... Does it have negative damage negation? Or just really low? Does it decreases? Does have the lowest damage negation of its weight class. By a lot. Its resistances are still pretty good. Oh, gracious. Oh, boy. I prefer the Oathseeker set, the Winged Serpent set, the Black Knight helm, just about anything else that doesn't actively destroy your defenses, personally. How's the stream been going? Stream's been very quiet for the most part, but outside of some memeing by our dear Solomon SK. But I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. My throat is dying on me, however. You may be able to hear that. I thought my throat was better. And it is, but not all better. Have you been down there? I guess not. Made it to the Eastern Nameless Mausoleum. Thank you for the hydration, Mr. Bonds. I'm sure it helps a little bit, but not enough. Oh, agreed. People forget that not talking about politics isn't itself political. Yes, it's a choice. It's a choice. You're leaving yourself open to whoever is willing to talk about it in the end. Like, it's very nearsighted. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't knock it too hard. I can still listen to people. Oh, the dry leaves, the rest of the dry leaf set. Did he just go and die under a waterfall? Maybe so. Say hydrate with coffee, but that does not help. Yeah, just immediately just take out both both just counteract one another. That's how it works. One another. So hold on, we have to look at that armor set now. Man, you miss so much just by not finding that one secret spot. I wonder how many people have missed that. Missed all of this. Where is the hat? There it is. This is gonna be very, very bad. Oh baby, we gotta do a playthrough of this. Yeah, dry leaf arm wraps. Sun-faded and lightly soiled arm wraps wound tightly round the arms as if to prevent them from being broken. But yeah, whenever I have coffee, I also have water, because at least water can counteract the dehydrating effects of coffee. Sun-faded, lightly soiled travel attire worn by clergymen. Oh, so he is a clergy man. I'm not too fond of the cape. It's a little long, like it's in between. Like if it were completely long or short like an opera cape, I would prefer it. But it's kind of in the middle. And that's kind of ugly. But still, super cool. Speaking of Charles, did I tell you I made my first YouTube poop? Oh, you make YouTube poop? I would love to see it, Teo. I would love to see it. Please share it in my channel. In film tastes, I guess. I don't know if you can call it film, but it works. That works. I love YouTube poop, as weird as that is to say. It is very weird to say. We didn't read this. A great katana with a tempering pattern of its blade, forever stained red with blood. Weapons of Rakshasa, who cuts down and devours. A berserker's weapon used to endure enemy attacks and reply with one's full fury. When attacking, the wielder is less likely to stagger from counterattacks, or also take increased damage. Oh my gosh. That's a build. Cool, I'll post it in your Discord. Please do. I look forward to seeing it. 155 physical damage. Woo! That is good. That's more than my current weapon started with. Oh, I kind of want to do that now for the next build. Oh, gracious. But this is so cool looking. Oh, man. I have things to do. I have plays to make. I have games to play in future. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Holy cow. I kind of just want to rate or like wear this now. The sword does not match whatsoever, but I guess I've become a Bloodborne character, wearing the cleric garb and German's hat alongside the Ludwig's Holy Blade. That's literally what we're doing right now. Literally. Not literally. I lied. I'm a liar. I didn't know you made YouTube things. Especially YouTube poops. I knew neither thing. And now there's this whole open area I was not aware of. That exists in the game. Unbelievable. It's my first one. Just couldn't pass it up. I look forward to seeing it. Meh. Meh. You're gonna die. Sound like Joe Biden. Not on purpose, by the way. Just came full circle. Anyway. I'm sorry, little turtles. I need your necks. There are a lot of them. This is good. Like, in the main game, you don't really need turtleneck meat or the talismans that give you stamina. But in the DLC, like, I have, what? 51 endurance? And I feel like I don't have enough. Because the enemies are that fast. And they just keep attacking. Bosses, especially. So, these things are actually quite necessary. Maybe not necessary, but definitely recommended to make things more doable. Oh, that's not a boar, that's a hippo rhino thing. A hippo rhino campus. Hippo rhinopotamus. Hippo hedgehog-potamus. Hedgehog. Is there another one? This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. I definitely would like to have... Oh! Yeah, we got that. Now we need the Heilig Drake Talisman plus 3. That's what we need next. If I wear this armor, I'm going to die. That is without doubt. But here we go. I'm going to start with throwing a pot at him. Well, he doesn't have that much health. He's a small boy. Comparatively. And snap it in half. Oh, okay. Yeah, he easy. He easy. He doesn't even have a place to stab. Okay. 11k runes. Pretty good. Scadutree fragment. Excuse me? I'll take it. Huzzah! What a good reward for such an easy enemy. Holy cow. Why? That doesn't make any sense. There are enemies far harder that drop nothing. Anyway. Here we go again. In the butt. Ah! He's kind of cute. As mutated as he is. His giant face, too big for his body. There we go. I'm very much used to this moveset now. Originally this was really hard. Especially in that arena. Hard to kill him. Infinitely able to be quoted out of context as much as in context. That's just because you have a dirty mind, Mr. Bonds. That's just because you have a dirty mind. Search your feelings, you know it to be true. Like, how immature do you have to be like, he said in the butt, clip it! Very. Sir, I do not. My quote today from you is, I'm gonna start by throwing a pot at him. Is that... okay. That is out of context, but... fair enough. Oh! The boars are angry with me now. The boar war all over again. Almost every quote Layla gives. True, true. take anything out of context and it can potentially be funny. Potentially. Oh! I will admit the other day's comment clip was a rare case of child humor. Funny, but still childish, yes, yes. Good to admit it, I suppose. Have we... I guess we have explored all the way around here. See, there's just not much going on in these environments. 2 hippopotami. And that's it. Bunch of boar. Does that warrant this massive plateau? Like if there were a catacomb in here somewhere to discover, that would be something. You get a chance off stream, there's a poem I would like to get your take on how to best read it. Already posted in the Papa channel. Ooh. Poetry tastes. How to best read it, eh? With your eyeballs. I'm not sure I'm the best person to ask about that. Like for public reading, I'm going to read it to people. To be voiced. I like to read poetry on stream, but I'm not sure I'm the best person at it. Read deeply, softly, and with a British accent. That is my go-to for all poetry. Slow, low, sultry, and British. That's all. Of course, that does not work always with every poem. Well, this is, that's what a place this is. Oh! It's Vigar! That's the first thing I thought of. It's Vigar! Look out! It's Vigar. Oh, there's another one. I did not die. Even though I'm wearing very low defensive armor. Oh! Gravestones. Oh, okay. Alright, well it wasn't on that plateau, but it is on this one. So, found another catacomb. That's 2 out of this entire DLC. Well, off we go. I like that every secret area, not secret, but every dungeon, every side dungeon. Wow, that's really bad poison resist. Every dungeon or side dungeon we come across, it's just like, this is the type of dungeon it is. Because there's tons of that sort of thing just everywhere. In a mess, in a heap outside of the dungeon entrance. This is a catacombs, there are a bunch of coffins all over. This is a pot frost cage dungeon. I still don't know what to call those. So we have pots and cages all over. Why do they have so many of these guys? I kind of miss following the blue light. Pretty cool. It was pretty cool in the main game. Now it's just like, well, there's a statue right outside the catacomb. Man, even the base game was just such a masterpiece. So much to come across, so many mysteries, so many new things. This is indeed but a shadow of the original game. This DLC. Literally, figuratively, thematically. Works. Dark Light Catacombs. What an oxymoron, as my friend used to say, instead of oxymoron. Whoa, this is going fast. I'm not used to this speed. Holy. How far did we just travel? Goodness. Alright, friends. With that, I must leave you. We are going to explore the Dark Light Catacombs next time on Charles Chill Channel. I do not know whether I shall be up to streaming tomorrow, but if I do, I shall begin at 2:30 Central Standard Time and end around 7 or 8. Yeah, 6 to 8. Oh, we can upgrade this Gadgetry fragment to 17. Didn't know you could get that high. That's awesome, though. Even more defense. Sad. Best of luck, God bless, and heal you completely. Amen. Thank you, Mr. Bonds. I appreciate your prayer so much. God bless you, my friend. I shall take a look at that poem shortly after I end the stream, and shall let you know what you think of it if you wish. Or at least how to best to be read. Read it. However you English. But yes, I see items. I'm tempted to continue, but I mustn't. Look at this big old hat. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Alright, bye-bye. Hey! Bye, Gerald. That's so good. That's so good. I'll do a playthrough of him, of the actual martial arts ability. One of these days. One of these days. It'll probably end up being 200 hours, too. Alright. Take care, Charles. Have a good night, and hope you feel better tomorrow, sir. Thank you very much, Arthur Morgan. I'll let you know if I do. And if I don't, I shall not be streaming tomorrow. But I'll let you know in the Discord. So,